dance right now.
Lara, bachata, merengue, whatever you put me to dance.
We're talking about that's the type of fiesta spirit that's playing out in San Antonio. We're talking several days of food and fun, and we're going to take a look at who's making sure that that fiesta food is up to par. That's coming up.
Plus, face-to-face with flames. New video shows a house fire investigators say was intentionally set in Universal City. We sit down with the firefighters who took on these flames.
Also, the Oscars slap saga continues. The major decision that Will Smith just made and what comes next. But first, they're accused of vandalizing and setting a home under construction on fire twice. They're teenagers.
And tonight they are facing serious felony charges, including injury to a firefighter. We're getting an up-close look at just how dangerous those fires were.
The Night Team's Patty Santos shows us video where we get that look at the flames. Watch.
There was a second fire that was set.
You're looking at video from Universal City firefighters as they run into a house fire on the 200 block of Rustic Springs, a stairwell covered in flames. A firefighter was injured during this call.
We had 4 intentionally set fires in the same home. So 2 of those fires being out in front of the home and then 2 of those fires being set inside the home.
Those 4 fires happened between January and March. Police also responded to several vandalism calls for the same home. Last week, they got a break.
We discovered evidence that had a latent print on it.
The print led them to the arrest of 17-year-old Charles Flynn and another 16-year-old, both charged with arson with bodily injury and burglary with intent to commit a felony. Police say they are linked to 2 of those 4 fires.
I'm glad that they found the person, and I'm glad that the police work on that, and that makes me feel better now.
Angie Canales is one of many neighbors who've been on edge, fearing flames would spread.
The weather right now is a little dry and windy, so it was kind of scary.
Investigators tell us the home was just about finished and the property owners were going to move in, but as you can see, it is now gutted and they have to start over.
Investigators say they don't know yet why this home was targeted.
To be quite honest with you, we didn't get much remorse either, which was a little troublesome.
And investigators say the teens are from a subdivision nearby in Converse. They also tell us both of them were in the ROTC programs in their high schools. Now, as far as the firefighter that was injured, he is doing okay and back on the job. Myra, Stefania?
Patty, thank you. Tonight, we're learning more about the 19-year-old boy who was found shot behind an East Side apartment complex. His name is Avante Boyce. The medical examiner says that he died from his injuries. Officers say that shooting happened on Hay Street yesterday around 4 p.m. Police say they're looking for a suspect. They haven't told us his name. All they've said so far is that the suspect is 56 years old.
Newly released video shows the moment a wanted man was shot and killed by San Antonio police. Officers say that Kevin Johnson had a gun. Now, we are not showing the moment that he was shot, but we do want to warn you, some may find this body camera video disturbing.
Drop your hands! Drop it! Drop your hands! Gun!
You can see officers chase Johnson before eventually shooting him near a shallow creek at Elmendorf Street and Hamilton Avenue on the west side. A warrant was out for his arrest at the time of this shooting. Video also shows the moment that officers found a handgun near Johnson's body. Investigators say there was a round jammed at an angle in the chamber at that time. You can find a link to watch the full video from SAPD on our website at KSAT.com.
And now to a Nightbeat update on that massive wildfire in Medina County. The Dos Goat fire began 1 week ago today. Medina County fire crews say that a majority of the units there have already left. They've cleared the scene, but this fire does remain 95% contained. But here's the good news. Those flames have not grown since Sunday. And now crews are focused on hot spots near the edges of the wildfire. That fire spread across nearly 1,100 acres just south of Medina Lake. So now we're going to bring in meteorologist Adam Caskey. Adam, this is something that we've been following for the last week. Has the fire risk, though, changed?
Not really, because it's still so dry outside. We're in the drought conditions and the ground is very dry. But what has helped mitigate the spread of fires, at least for this evening and tonight, is the rise of our relative humidity. Remember, relative humidity, different from dew point. This is how much moisture is in the air relative to how much the air can hold at the given temperature. And so we're at about the 50 percentile right now. Usually when the fires spread really rapidly and under those red flag warnings, the relative humidity is about 10%. So that's a better improvement. It's only going to rise through the night. Winds steady out of the southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour with some higher gusts. That doesn't help when it comes to fighting fires or mitigating their spread, but the wind will be subsiding through the night and the gusts will be really low, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour by sunrise tomorrow morning. We've got the whole weekend to talk about how warm it's going to get, along with an update on our storm chance for Monday, which is the Cavalier Rivers Parade and a cold front next week, how that impacts Battle of Flowers coming up.
Adam, thank you. Now here's a look at the headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. A mother under arrest, one of her children dead, the other two hospitalized. Fernie police say that the woman is 27-year-old Kiana Adams from Foley, Alabama. Officers say that she was driving an SUV on I-10 when she lost control, overcorrected, and then rolled over. And according to an affidavit, Adams said that she buckled the children into their car seats, but also admitted that those seats were not secured to the SUV. Her 4-year-old daughter died at the scene. An infant and a 2-year-old were injured. A driver on the run, 10 people detained. Investigators say that it's led to another possible human trafficking case. This all started with a chase in Medina County before crossing over into Bexar County. Deputies say the driver was in a stolen truck and was armed with an AR-15. That truck crashed into a fence near I-35 and New Laredo Highway. The driver was last seen running into a brushy area. Now, San Antonio experienced at least half a dozen shootings since yesterday morning, a lot of them happening after heated arguments. So what does that mean for Fiesta? Well, San Antonio's police chief says that there's going to be lots of security at Fiesta events. Listen.
I just want to ensure everybody that Fiesta will be a safe event. We will have plenty of police officers visible downtown, and we just ask everyone to party responsibly and respect everyone's else right to party responsibly.
And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
One of Fiesta's most famous events is back. We're talking about Oyster Bake. Crowds showed up on the St. Mary's University campus to enjoy this tradition that they have missed. People shucked oysters, they danced, they had a good time, they listened to live music. 100% of the proceeds raised during Oyster Bake go directly back to the students of St. Mary's University.
All right, people also got a chance to enjoy the flavors of the Big Easy. The Taste of New Orleans welcomed visitors at the Sunken Garden Theater. That event allowed visitors to taste Creole dishes like gumbo, so good, crawfish, and they also listened to some music. We caught up with several people who had full plates of food, looking pretty good.
So far, I love the Cajun pasta.
We want the gumbo.
Yeah, just the gumbo.
And I gotta get my hands dirty. It smells delicious, so I'm ready to try more things.
Oh yeah, that Fiesta event benefits the Zulu Association, and that group spotlights the African American community. By the way, this event continues through the weekend. So obviously you get by now that food is a pretty big part of Fiesta, and you'll find lots of it at many of the events happening this weekend and also into next week.
Yeah, you got to go hungry. The night team's John Paul Barajas tagged along with the people who make sure that that food not only tastes good, but it's also safe to eat.
The much anticipated Fiesta 2022 is here and packed. People aren't wasting any time getting back into the swing of the Fiesta festivities.
I'm loving it. I'm here with friends, my family.
All the authentic food, from tacos to Spiro papas and the beloved chicken on a stick, are the main attraction.
My tripas. I love tripas tacos, man. Gorditas.
Sausage taco or sausage on a stick.
What about you?
I'm going to go for the gorditas and the corn.
Making sure all that tasty food is being stored, prepared, and cooked properly is the City of San Antonio's health department. One of their sanitarians, Victor Vargas, showed us what they look for.
My name is Victor. I'm with San Antonio Metro Health. I'm just going to do an inspection around your booth, okay? Is this where you have your hand wash station?
Vendors must have separate sanitation stations for utensils and their hands with a certain chemical balance to make sure everything is cleaned properly.
It's just tells me the parts per million of chlorine in their sanitizing solution that they have right there.
He also checks cold and hot food temperatures, as well as makes recommendations.
¿Pueden poner más hielo? Más hielo.
Cooked food is a top priority. He explained they're looking for temperatures 135 or higher. Below that is the danger zone where bacteria can grow.
The city has 32 sanitarians that will be checking every food vendor at every Fiesta event at different times of the day to make sure all the food is good to eat. That way, all you have to do is worry about having a good time.
The goal? To keep everyone healthy.
Could be gastrointestinal issues. Luckily, we haven't seen those, in years past, and we're gonna hope that we don't see that this year.
Senior sanitarian Amanda Wilson explains they don't want anyone waking up with an upset stomach because they want everyone to keep the fiesta going.
Happy Fiesta!
And so far, so good. We have a huge turnout, and from up here, it looks like everybody's enjoying the food and the drinks that they're having, and of course, live music. You gotta love that. Now, as for the inspections, we're told so far, so good. They've had no issues. And as for how the food tastes, I tried it, and I definitely have zero complaints about it. But if you see something that might concern you or worry you, you can file a complaint by calling the 311 line. At Market Square, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Party is huge, and it's only just getting started. Our Fiesta coverage continues online as well at KSAT.com. Our web team put together the list of Fiesta events taking place this year. That includes the big parades and other events you can participate in person or even watch online. We have a complete list, full schedule at KSAT.com.
Still ahead on the Nightbeat, another shift in the Oscars slap saga. What will Will Smith, what he's doing to accept responsibility now for his actions?
Plus, new developments on the war in Ukraine. Russia troops fleeing, but Ukraine's president admitting to troubles within his troops as well.
And more unaccompanied children are crossing the border near Del Rio. It comes as we near the end of a controversial government policy. So now we're going to discuss how a CDC decision is going to affect immigrants at the border when we come back. Tonight we have new images coming to us from the border. Agents in the Del Rio sector say that they're seeing more unaccompanied children cross the border. This is the same area where we saw crowds of Haitian migrants seeking asylum late last year. Border Patrol agents say that they found 2 6-year-olds and a 1-year-old child just this morning. Earlier today, agents posted a picture of a boy they found who injured his leg. That's who you see there to the right of your screen. And just last week, agents also found another 6-year-old child. Now, in the meantime, the Biden administration is preparing for a potential influx of immigrants at the border now that it plans to end Title 42. The Trump-era policy restricts migrants from entering the country under a public health emergency and, in this case, the coronavirus. The director for the U.S. Centers for Disease Control says that's no longer justified. Dr. Rochelle Walensky cited the drop in cases and the government's response efforts. And of course, Congress has some mixed reactions about this.
Ending Title 42 without any real border security plan in place would spark a humanitarian and security crisis like we've never seen before.
I think there should be considered. I sent a letter. I'm against removing Title 42. If anything, I would be looking at permanency in Title 42.
Now, the Department of Homeland Security is expected to have vaccines and other COVID measures at the border when Title 42 ends next month.
Now to the war between Russia and Ukraine. Russia says that Ukraine launched an airstrike impacting fuel depots inside Russia. This happened just 20 miles from the border. Now, Ukraine is not confirming or denying its involvement at this point. Ukrainian forces are claiming to have pushed Russian forces out of towns and villages across the country. The White House, meanwhile, still emphasizing that this war is not going the way Vladimir Putin planned. Russian troops left Chernobyl, but there are some complications on the Ukrainian side as well. The president there says that he fired 2 high-ranking members of the Ukrainian Secret Service, calling them traitors. In the meantime, peace talks are continuing.
And now to the latest on the slap during the Oscars. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences says that it has accepted Will Smith's resignation. However, that doesn't mean the end of disciplinary proceedings against the actor. Smith announced his resignation earlier today, and what that means is that he's not going to be able to vote on next year's Academy Awards or take part in any Academy events. He's also not going to be able to present the Best Actress Award at next year's ceremony. That's a privilege that's usually given to the prior year's Best Winner Actor. On top of that, this could also affect plans for Smith's next film called Emancipation if he's made ineligible for any awards consideration.
Back here at home tonight, let's take a look outside with Sky 12 flying high above Market Square, and look at that crowd.
I mean,
it has been like this all day.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Is there any room to walk around? I don't know. The point is that at least the temperature is pretty decent right now, 69 degrees. And, you know, people are going to continue to party this weekend into next week. So they're going to want to know. They asked some questions for you, Cass.
Well, and I'm going to start off right away. Actually jump way far ahead to next Friday, Battle of Flowers Parade. Usually we're outside, just the heat of the day. It's sticky, it's sweaty. Half the crowd clears out after a little bit who's in direct sunlight because it's so hot. This year, it's early in the morning, next Friday, starting around 9 a.m. Vanguard 8:55, and then the actual parade around 9:30. So we'll say around 9 a.m. Look at this. About 45 degrees that morning. It could actually be a little cool for Battle of Flowers. We're all doing that, mind blown. Crazy, because a cold front's going to hit in the middle of next week. So plan ahead for that. Dress in layers if going to Battle of Flowers on Friday. We also have to talk about the Cavaliers River Parade, which is Monday. But first, we're going to get to temperatures. Right now, mixtures of 60s and 70s. New Braunfels 67, Uvalde 74 degrees. And right now, we're 70 Port SA, 68 Bernie and Bulverde. You look at temperatures tomorrow morning, upper 50s. Not so bad, actually a few degrees above average for this time of year. And then by the afternoon, we get well into the 80s, even hitting 90 farther south of town in the typically warmer locations. Pleasanton 90, even Poteet about 89, Uvalde and Hondo about 90 for the high temperature. So well into the 80s this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Look what happens on Tuesday. Temperature spikes, a really dry westerly wind. That should boost our temperatures into the mid 90s at least, is what we're expecting on Tuesday. That's something we'll be fine tuning over the next couple of days. But then a cold front comes, drops those temperatures into the upper 70s to near 80 for highs on Thursday and Friday. Some showers and thunderstorms in North Texas. At least somebody's getting some needed rainfall. That stretches all the way up to the plains into Minnesota. We have to look closer to Hawaii for our next disturbance. That's this upper level swirl over the Pacific. That's going to head our way, and that'll give us a little bit of lift as we get into Monday, but we're not so sold on much in terms of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow morning, the clouds are going to tease us. Here's our futurecast. We'll have low gray clouds. Look like it could rain at any point, but we'll just get a few nuisance sprinkles, and then sunshine the rest of the day. Sunday, sunny all day long. We get into Monday morning, some drizzle and sprinkles. Monday evening, most of the storms should stay off to the north of us. Right now, we're actually pretty optimistic regarding the river parade. So 58 in the morning, 87 by the afternoon. We do it all over again on Sunday. No changes there. And then next week, we got that temperature swing from the mid 90s on Tuesday down to the upper 70s for highs Thursday.
All right, Adam. Thank you.
All right, let's talk sports now. Spurs, specifically, DeJounte Murray sitting this one out.
Well, because we didn't know about this till late today before the game started that he would not be able to play due to a respiratory illness, not COVID related. So that's good news there. But when we come back, we'll show you how they did against Portland, and really a must-win game. And Aggie actually leads the Valero Texas Open. Coming up. After blowing out the Blazers by 34 last week in Portland, the Spurs play host to them tonight and can't afford to look past because spot in the play-in term is on the line with DeJounte Murray, who's a late scratch with a non-COVID illness. Josh Primo providing an early spark. He drives baseline, throws down that one-handed jam of the foul. Spurs in transition. Lonnie Walker the fourth to Trey Jones. Back to Walker. Sky's in for the monster jam. Spurs up 5 after 1. Spurs keep up the pressure, though. Walker to Keita Bates D-up to Trey Jones with the hoop and the harm. Spurs up double digits. A little later, Jones pokes the ball away. Keldon scoops it up and dishes it to Jakob Poeltl for the jam. Spurs dominating here. They're up by 28, and at the half, they're leading 77-49. Spurs pouring it on now. Devin Vassell pump fakes the three, but puts it on the floor. Watch out, he's putting Drew Eubanks on a poster. The Spurs lead grows to 31. Primo connects from downtown. Spurs up 101-81, heading to the fourth. Spurs running all over Portland. Richardson to Walker, who finishes with a circus shot. Walker, one of 8 Spurs in double figures. Spurs sharing the ball. Trey to Keldon to Primo to Jakob. This is for another another dunk. Spurs had 34 assists and 46 shots. It will stay in the 10th spot for tonight, 130 to 111, the final.
Obviously, all the games right now are super important, so we got to lock in. And yeah, obviously they have their team is super diminished right now, and but at the same time, it doesn't matter. I think we had a good mindset coming out, and we had to make sure that we got this win. So we started out with the right mindset, and even when we got up, it's tough to hold a lead in this league, and we stayed with it.
Next up, Portland again. That will be on Sunday at 6. Second round of the Valero Texas Open. It was a windy one for the golfers out of the JW Marriott TPC Resort course, but that didn't stop a few players from making a late charge up the leaderboard. In the morning round, defending champion Jordan Spieth started the day at even par, number 9. He sinks a putt there to save par. He would finish the day with a 2 under 70. Also in the morning group, this is the 2017 Texas Open champion Kevin Chappell, who sinks a 17-foot putt at 9 to drop to 8 under. He would hold the lead for most of the day. PGA veteran Matt Kuchar makes a late charge with 4 straight birdies to finish the second round. Second shot on the par 5 15, 210 yards out. And look at this. He gets within 15 feet, and he would birdie from there, finish the day tied for second at 8 under. Everyone is chasing this man, Aggie Ryan Palmer. He is on 14, a little pitch and run for his third shot on the par 5. He just misses the eagle by inches. He's at 10 under going into the weekend.
I love coming here. Like I said earlier, I really enjoy the golf course. It's a great test of golf. Certainly today was a real challenge this afternoon, and nice to post a couple under par round, and look forward to a good weekend.
I'm born and raised in Texas, and I lived here for about 3 years. Love the city of San Antonio. The guys that run this golf tournament, TPC San Antonio, the JW here is unbelievable, and they do such a great job hosting us. And just being a Texas, and went to Texas A&M down the street. So it's always great to be home in Texas for sure.
Good to have you back there. Here he's got a 2-stroke lead over 3 others with 8 under, including Kevin Chappell. The rest of the field, some other notables, included guys who are still sticking around for the weekend. Finau, Spieth, and Johnson. They're all minus. The cut line, in fact, was -1. And then you see Rory, Ricky, and Jimmy Walker. They're out, failing to qualify. Former U.S. women's national team goalkeeper Hope Solo has been arrested again, this time after she was found passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle in North Carolina with her 2-year-old twins inside the vehicle with the car running. According to a police report, Solo was charged with driving while impaired, resisting a public officer, and misdemeanor child abuse, and was released from jail. A passerby noticed Solo passed out behind the steering wheel for more than an hour and called police. According to the report, again, police say they could smell alcohol, but Solo refused a field sobriety test. Her attorney says the story is more sympathetic. And this is not the first time the World Cup champion Olympic gold medalist has been arrested. Back in 2014, she was involved in an altercation with a family member, but those charges were eventually dropped. Big soccer playoff showdown coming up next. Third round of the girls' soccer playoffs tonight. Johnson taking on Reagan at Comalander Stadium. This game is scoreless till the 72nd minute of regulation. Reagan junior Taylor Jernigan fakes out a defender, takes a shot from 30 yards out, and it goes in. That ends up being the game winner. Rattlers win a thriller 1-0 and advance to the regional semifinals.
I knew we had the wins, and our team's been working on long shots, and I just thought if now's the time to take it, I should do it right then and there. Like the relief of all the tension breaking. It's something we'd finally been working for the entire game, and it just happened to fall in place right then and there.
All right, the Stars are out tonight at the Tier Pro Swim Series. None brighter than 17-year-old Claire Gurzon, who won the 100-meter butterfly on Thursday night and added 2 more wins this evening in the 50 freestyle and 100 backstroke. Her 50 time of 24.43 seconds was a new national age group record.
I definitely like where I am right now. I'm definitely in the middle of kind of a training grind, so I think I'm surprised with kind of how I've been doing, but I think with a little bit of taper, I'll definitely be snappier. So I'm excited for the future, and I think it'll be good.
Tomorrow marks the final day of competition with prelims set for 9 a.m. and finals starting at 6 p.m. Big event out there, world-class athletes. You get a chance to visit them tomorrow. You should.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Got it.
We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning, 58 degrees. Clouds teasing us, looking like they'll rain, but only some sprinkles. And sunny the rest of the day. Upper 80s for highs Saturday and Sunday. Monday, afternoon, evening, a few storms possible, but right now looks like most of the action will be to the north of us.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, GMSA starts at 6.
Viva Fiesta. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night.